Today on the Lowdown, a Down syndrome podcast. The Bruneau family gives us the lowdown on their Down syndrome journey. Over to you, Hannah Marla.
Thanks, Danielle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the LowDOWN podcast. My name is Hannah, and joining me is my most fabulous co-host, Marla Folden. Hi, Marla.
Hey, Hannah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Good. Ready for another really good episode?
Yes, I'm very excited about this.
Excellent. So today we will be presenting you with our Season 8 Family Spotlight, the Bruneaus. We will be joined by Eric Bruneau, a wonderful adult with Down syndrome, and his parents, Dawn and Diane. Don Bruneau and his wife, Diane, grew up in Coquitlam and Burnaby and raised their family in Coquitlam. Don is an electrician and Diane is a registered nurse. Don had a French-Canadian upbringing and Diane had parents who had immigrated from Holland. They met at Expo 86 and married in 87 and had 4 wonderful kids between 1988 and 1994. Eric was the second with 3 sisters. They're now heading into retirement. All right. That's great. And let us introduce you to the wonderful Eric Bruneau. Eric happily joined the DSRF team in 2020 as a staff member, or an office assistant is his official title. He has enjoyed attending programs offered at the DSRF since 2010. So he is an OG, such as RAC, so Reading and Communication, and Money Math, to name a few. Eric has also volunteered at the food bank for a few years and currently continues to work weekly at a seniors residence assisting with housekeeping. A work experience placement in 2019 also led to employment at Thrifty's twice a week. Eric has participated for many years in Special Olympics, bringing home medals 3 times, including gold for speed skating, in national games across Canada. He enjoys working out at the gym, and we can attest to it. He's a very strong guy and participates in basketball, curling, cardio fit, baseball, and golf. He loves people and surprises them by remembering and acknowledging their birth dates. So something that we will delve into later, but pretty talented guy. So welcome to the Lowdown, Dawn, Diane, and Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Are you excited to be here, Eric, on the other side of the mic?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Okay, so in the grand tradition of the Lowdown podcast, we like for our listeners to get to know you guys a little bit better. So we're going to give you some fun secret questions. Are you ready for those?
Yep.
Okay, so how about we start off with Dawn and Diane first, and then Eric, over to you, okay?
Right.
Dawn and Diane, what is your favorite music album to listen to together? Or individually, whatever you would like to.
The Eagles, Hotel California.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
You like the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Led Zeppelin too.
Oh, nice. The classic rock all
Def
the way.
Leppard. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I love Def Leppard too. Good choice. Okay, question number 2. Where would you both like to go for an evening away? Like, what's your ideal situation?
Out for dinner on a patio somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Patio season is pretty big in Vancouver for sure. Everyone takes advantage of it. Okay, great. And question number 3, what is your favorite family routine that you guys all like to do together?
I'd have to say camping. Camping in Tofino.
Oh, yeah. Eric, you're a big fan of the camping too? Yeah. Great. Awesome. All right.
All right, Eric, I've got questions for you.
Yep.
Number 1, sir, what is your favorite way to relax?
Willa, I am like
Like chilling?
telling and talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. You're a very, very good conversationalist because you remember everything so well, which is really fun.
I'm on my top too.
I know.
Yeah.
You're very good with your dates and numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another question for you. Question number 2 is, what's the best place for a good cup of coffee?
Oh, maybe a Tim Horton or Ottawa.
Tim Hortons or Starbucks?
Yeah.
Which one do you like more?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oh, you're throwing me for a loop. All right, is McDonald's your number one? Because you have Tim Hortons with you. I thought that'd be your fave, but it's not.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
right.
All right,
Fair enough.
McDonald's sponsorships coming your way, hopefully.
For real.
If anyone's listening.
All right. And this last question is because we know you like to party. So the question is, what is the best song to get the party started?
Hotel California.
Just like your dad, Hotel California. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. It is a good party start for sure. Okay. Well, let's get into it. Let's chat with you guys a little bit here. So we've only known Eric since 2010 as a young adult and now a fully adult. What was he like when he was little? We're very curious.
Eric was always very social. He had some really nice friends all through elementary school, and even a friend since kindergarten who had him in his wedding party a few years ago. He let's think. When he was a little guy, his sisters were always reprimanding him, so he had like me and the
Three
three
more
girls.
Yeah. Yeah. We hear about the bossy
Setting
sisters
them straight.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We sure do.
3 more mothers.
But he was always fun and laughing, and what else can I say?
A
Fun,
rascal.
laughing.
Oh, you're a rascal,
He's
eh?
a rascal.
He,
Rascal is a little guy.
He always had little characters, like little people in his hands, little buddies.
I didn't know you like little people when you were younger. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And he had a good imagination. I think he really treated those little people like they were his friends at home, and kept him company. And I mean, even though the family was busy, he still had his own things to do.
Totally.
He learned how to ride a bike, just like his sisters when he was 7, I think.
Yep.
Camping. He went to skating lessons, and that's what led him to speed skating. And he learned how to swim
Wow.
and, float, like really swim.
No wonder you're such an athlete now. Yeah.
Baseball. That was
Oh, yeah.
later in his life, but he was. Oh, it was so funny. I remember this really well. When he was at slow pitch or just a
T-ball.
T-ball.
T-ball, yeah.
Yeah, he'd play for a little bit, then he'd go and hide and play.
Run in the bushes. Well,
Run in the
T-ball's so
bush.
boring. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You wait your
I can
turn,
just
and then you got other
picture
things
that,
to do.
yeah.
Yeah. You gotta keep busy somehow.
Rascal, where is he?
Yeah.
But he was an active little guy, and everybody, he was well liked at elementary school and actually all through school.
Still is.
Yeah.
Still
Yep.
is, yeah. I was just gonna say, it just sounds like what you do now, but when you were younger, like a lot of it was, you're still such a chill guy. You love sports, and you're active and so friendly, and everyone likes you. So
Yeah, and he's
started
respectful.
off early.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Respectful of others, and
Oh yeah.
he takes it to heart if you reprimand him. But if he doesn't agree, then he will disagree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll let you know.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if you two are aware of this, but we get a lot of really great witty remarks with some excellent timing over lunches around here. And I don't know if you see any of that at home. His timing is spot on. Really, really funny guy. Do you guys see that at home a lot?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
does have a way of saying the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's very diplomatic. If you ask him, the sisters used to ask him, "Who's your favorite sister?"
Oh.
And he'd say, "You're all of you." Remember? He'd say it in all of you.
That's a good way.
So-
Nobody's going to be mad at you for that. Yeah, sure. All right, Eric, let's talk about how you're extremely good at remembering dates.
Okay.
When did you first realize that you were really, really good at this? Whenever any of us have questions, you always know what year it happened, especially around movies, birthdays, those kind of things. Have you always been like that?
No, not really. I be I be like that when I more kid.
since you were a small kid?
Yeah.
I
Has
think
he been
'cause-
like that since he was little?
Well, in Dutch tradition, everyone in Holland has a calendar in their bathroom with everyone's birthday on it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So you never forget anybody's birthday.
That's so smart.
Wow.
And it's what do you say? Chronic. Like it's a never end. It's not a 1 year thing. It's a
Yep.
ongoing
It's-
birthday calendar.
Continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It never fails. It's
so-
always there.
Huh.
And my mom, everybody in our family made big deals about birthdays. So
Mhm.
he wants to know when your birthday is and
Mhm.
and how old you are. And he likes to compare, who's
Mhm.
older and who's younger. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I
You
think
also remember things like movies, though. If
Yeah.
we're ever talking about something, he's like, "Oh yeah, that was the 1994 version." Like, wow.
and people and actors' names too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has helped him learn how to read because
Yeah.
he'll actually put in his phone that he'll look up their names and then look it up in his phone and
Mhm.
Yeah.
tell us when they were born and
Mhm.
how many
Yeah.
kids they had or whatever. Right, Eric?
Right.
Yeah. When we don't know, we usually ask you. Just very handy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Eric, how old are you now, by the way?
33.
33. So I was just actually curious, Donna and Diane, like 33 years ago when Eric was born, things were very different back then. The world was very different back then. Perspective on disability was very different back then. I was just curious to know a little bit about your story about like when Eric came into your lives, how was that? How was navigating that at that time? And how did your family receive, having this wonderful human being enter the world?
Actually, we were very fortunate in that we had a close friend who was, it was a friend who was a nurse,
Mm,
and her sister had a boy with Down syndrome,
okay.
and that's how they kind of talked to us when Eric was first born
Mm-hmm.
about what their life was, and they kind of described it to us as to their son,
Okay.
and
He
that
was
kind
7
of
years older.
yeah, he was 7, but it was kind of a step into it, and at that time, it was kind of hard for us,
Yeah.
but they were really good and they were very supportive.
But initially when he was born, nobody noticed. Nobody told us.
Really?
Mm.
And the GP that delivered him didn't notice. And
One of the nurses.
but they would never bring him to me, and I was like, is there something wrong with my baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they and I looked at him in the nursery the next day and I said, he looks like he has Down syndrome. And they said, actually, a pediatrician is looking into your baby. And but otherwise, everybody kind of was tiptoeing around me, really.
Mm.
And then I did have a pediatrician who told me to take him home and treat him like the rest of his siblings, which is not the same story as some of my friends' kids.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was actually pretty good that way.
Mm-hmm.
But he did tell me when Eric started school that he's never known a person with Down syndrome to read for enjoyment. And I thought, I think since then I have met kids with Down syndrome that read for enjoyment, like that can read and read a book. And,
Mm-hmm.
but in those days, they just,
Yeah.
they didn't really know a lot, I don't think.
Yep.
And they generalized. They told me he would, like the book said, he'll never have facial hair. And, yeah, he does. He's got a shave
Sure
all the
does.
time.
Right.
But yeah, it was not quite the institution thing, but
In between there.
it was
yeah.
still kind of
after that.
Not like the most
Emerging.
optimistic picture, but not the
Mhm.
most pessimistic picture either. Just
Yeah.
kind of in between. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, this is 33 years ago. That's, that was pretty fresh out of the institutions, right?
Yeah.
He still has done sports with people that have been
Interesting.
lived in institutions.
Mhm.
And so they didn't know really. They told me, he'll never do this or that. And it's not true. Like, if you expect things, then things might happen. But if you don't, and this is with any kid,
Yeah.
low expectations, not much is going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
And what was Eric's relationship like with his siblings? Like he has 3 sisters, the only boy.
Yeah, I think,
Eric rolls his eyes.
I have a feeling.
well,
Eric has stories.
I mean, now they call him an angel, but
Yeah.
when they're growing up, they annoyed each other. Or,
Yeah.
But if it came down to anybody bugging him at school, they would defend him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't tolerate anybody being mean to him. Or
Yeah.
he was lucky to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they all enjoyed each other, right, Eric?
Right.
Man of few words today.
He was proud of his sisters, and the youngest one had the same birthday as him.
Oh.
4 years
Oh.
apart.
How did I not know that? That's
4 years
interesting.
later.
Yep.
Yeah,
Show. Mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Eric is now a busy working man, right, Barry? What was it like to find the right kinds of employment for him where he would enjoy the work and find it meaningful and be included as well? Like, what was that process like for all of you?
It was the goal for all the CLBC and all the government. They're trying to implement all these employment programs. But initially, they sent us to Work BC,
Okay.
and we spent 2 years going to appointments with the Work BC facilitator, and they never even got an interview because she had about 140 people on her caseload, and 11 of them have disabilities, and it was impossible. You have to make 100 phone calls to get one interview, right?
Yeah.
So, he was luckily able to learn transit and take a program at Douglas College, basic occupational ed program. 2 of them actually. When he graduated from high school, he was able to get into one. It doesn't exist anymore, but
Oh, okay.
the most recent, but they taught him how to, they expected him to transit. He was not allowed to be in the program. If they found out I was dropping him off
Yeah.
at
Oh, interesting.
college, he would have been out.
Been out, yeah.
So
Very
that forced
immersive.
him, but that forced him to learn transit. And I mean, it's scary, you think, but I let him do it, and he did it. And and from that, he got a few volunteer programs. He got into
The food bank.
the food bank and volunteering at a care home and serving coffee and tea and just putting him out in the world.
Yeah.
You have to put him out in the world.
Yeah.
He's capable, and they live up to their, if you have faith in them, then they try.
Yeah.
He tries, right?
And Eric is so proud. I mean, we'll talk to you in a little bit about your jobs, but I know every time we have an interaction, he's always very proud of his work, and he's always talking about his work and how much he enjoys it. So you can see that it's very
He's
meaningful.
proud.
For him.
Yeah. It was a
that's
big
awesome.
goal, and it
Yeah.
took a while.
Yeah.
But
Lot of
after that
steps.
last Douglas College program, he had a work experience at a pet store, which was not, it was really boring. And then he was at Thrifty's, and they were willing to hire him. So he likes his job at Thrifty's too.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
Is there anything you would like to share with families who are listening? I mean, you guys have had, a good deal of experience raising Eric for 33 years. But for families that are raising a child with Down syndrome, obviously who's younger than Eric, like any lessons that you've learned over the course of the 33 years that you would like to share with families as they're kind of navigating their own journey?
For me, I think the first thing I have to say is Special Olympics has been really good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also the whole circle of friends and family that are all intertwined in that group,
Yeah.
right? Much like, the Down Syndrome Association.
Yeah.
Special Olympics is a huge network for them. And it also creates the independence for all of them.
Yeah.
And I seen it. I coach also, but I see from the athletes when they start a program,
Yeah.
and by the time they complete the program, there's a transformation. Both, autistic or Down syndrome people, you see a transformation in that person. So for me, I'm a big advocate of Special O because it really does, let them be who they
Yeah.
will be in whatever form or however they learn.
Yeah.
It's a huge step for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it starts as early as about, I think 10 or
7.
7.
Eric was in.
Yeah, you see, he started at
But-
7, but really he, ideally for an athlete at 13, they're going to have that muscle memory,
Mm.
and they will be able to transport that sport in future too.
Mm-hmm.
And
But just the socialization.
yeah, it's a
right?
social.
Yeah.
It's,
Because the DSRF has been, I mean, obviously that was a huge part of it. It's a huge part of his
Yeah.
life too.
Mm-hmm.
but socially, yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Just
Not
get them
about
involved.
Sport. It's really about all of it that goes with it.
Yeah.
The community. It's a community.
Absolutely.
Right? It takes
Absolutely.
a community to raise a child,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You bet.
and that's a big part of the community.
Yeah. And I don't think we can minimize that social aspect. Absolutely. I'm so happy you guys mentioned that. And having like-minded peers and peers that you share interests with, like it's so valuable, because we see Eric with some of his friends from Special O, and the bond is just like
Yeah.
unbreakable, right? So
Mhm.
you have some friends, right, Eric, that you guys are just best buds. You go on vacation together. So yeah, that's really great.
Yeah. And it started at Special O, I guess, but now they're all at the DSRF in
Yeah.
social programs, and they've taken reading together, and it's really strengthened their
Mm-hmm.
bonds. Yeah. The social aspect, right? Eric's he likes to phone people up and FaceTime with people, and
Yeah.
keep his friends in the
Make
loop.
plans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Next question's a two-parter. What are some of the lessons that you've learned from Eric? Like, what is some of the things that he's taught you, having a child with Down syndrome and having to get to know him over the last 33 years, and help him grow and develop? Like, what have you learned about yourselves? And then the second part of the question is, what are your hopes for Eric's future?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing we've learned from Eric is that most of us make life harder than it has to be. Like, we fret about things and obsess about things and try to do things right. And Eric just says, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
and it all works out, like all the worrying. And I used to worry about what it would be like when he started school, and then
Mhm.
high school, and finishing high school. And you know what? Just worry about it when you get there,
Mhm.
because you can't worry so much about too far ahead, because things change, and
Yeah.
things just fall into place, and you find out what to do about solving problems, and
Mhm.
take it as it comes.
Mhm.
And as far as the future goes, that's kind of what we're gonna do. We're gonna
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
take it as it comes, not worry too far ahead.
Only one thing in life that's constant: change.
Yeah.
And we just
So
keep
true.
up with what's going on now, right? Like
Yeah.
keeping him in his programs and keeping him healthy,
Enjoying life.
enjoying life,
Yeah.
keeping in touch with his friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 All right.
His laptop was a good thing for FaceTiming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give you some more independence and connecting with your friends, right?
Yeah.
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 And what are your hopes for the next 30 plus years for Eric? Where would you like?
Well, eventually we won't be around, so he's going to have to be able to learn to live by himself.
Well, I guess the hope is that the siblings they're on board. I mean, we've made a will. We've asked them if they're going to, his portion has to be in trust, and that they take care of it for him. And
Mhm.
we trust that our kids are going to step up to the plate. Not that we expected them to take on a huge burden, just that they are going to participate in their brother's well-being
Yeah.
for the future, because they've seen us do it. So they don't want anything bad to happen to Eric. So
Yeah.
he's in good hands. And as far as living alone, I mean, would you want to live alone, Eric? No.
Okay.
He would,
He wants to be around
if
people.
anything,
Yeah.
I mean, he's so social.
Yeah.
It would be fun if there was it would be so great if they could come up with some kind of housing that everybody has their apartment or their room,
Mhm.
and then they can all go down for or they can all eat together in a community kitchen,
common
or,
room. Yeah.
make stuff and have somebody
Have a community
supervise.
still, but have
That would be so wonderful
Yeah.
because they do need each other. They do need people. Everybody needs people. So
Yeah.
that would be a thing I'd love to see happen. But
just keep with your community, right? You got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Got a nice strong nod from Eric. Well, thank you so much, Don and Diane. We're gonna switch over to you, Eric. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. I'll ask you a couple questions, then I'll hand it over to Marla. Okay.
Sure.
Eric, what's your favorite thing about your mom and dad?
Everything.
Everything.
Wow.
Oh, there's that diplomacy coming out.
yeah.
And you guys like doing special O together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys hang out together as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We heard a lot about the family reunion this year.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. What kind of things do you like to do when you hang out with mom and dad, Eric? Where do you like to go? What do you like to do?
I like to go do a holiday.
Holidays.
Oh, go on a holiday.
holidays.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Vacation brain. Yeah.
That's right.
Are you thinking more? I know you've gone to Vegas before,
Yep. That's
right? And
That's right.
Hawaii.
Yeah, we did.
What's your favorite place to go with mom and dad?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Oh.
All right.
What about Arizona?
I might do Arizona right. I might do Arizona right. Small kid.
When you were a small
When you
kid.
were a small kid, yeah.
Yeah.
These are all hot weather places. Do you like hot weather?
Hot weather good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
All right.
Especially when it's so rainy all winter.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's true.
Gotta take a break from that.
Need some sun. Yeah.
As it's rainy, I've been a rain jacket.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course. Yeah.
You're always prepared.
Always prepared.
How
Yeah.
about camping? You like that?
Same idea.
Same idea.
That's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You'd rather sit by the pool in Mexico.
I was going to say, you'd rather sit by the pool, have like a nice beer, and just chillax, right, Eric?
That's right.
Yeah. I hit the nail on the head with that idea.
Yeah.
Simple pleasures. Eric, I know one of your sisters lives in New York, right?
My uncle well is in the other side of New York.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Okay. What does it feel like to have a sister that lives so far away from you?
I'll talk to her on FaceTime.
Okay. That's
Very
really
well.
good.
Yeah.
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 Would you like to go visit her in New York?
Someday I will.
Yeah.
I think you'll like New York.
Yeah.
And she
Maybe
comes.
next year.
Ooh.
Yeah, we might go to her graduation at Yankee Stadium next
Oh
year.
my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hanky ball.
Yankee ball.
Yankee
they-
Stadium.
where they play
Baseball, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
New York.
Baseball.
Yankee, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And your sister comes around. She just visited, right?
That's right.
Which is how you like it.
Yeah.
You're a bit upset that she's leaving again.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard when your sisters live far away. Good thing about FaceTime, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, I mentioned earlier that you're a Special Olympics athlete, award medal winning athlete.
That's
Eric
right.
has brought his medals to DSRF many times, and I'm always in awe of how amazing it is that you're getting all these medals. Can you tell the people listening all the sports that you're currently doing in Special O?
And I gave well is me, Nicola, and Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and Renee.
No, but which sports do
What
you do?
sports are you doing?
Speed skating. Speed skating?
Yeah, I do that, and golf. I
Oh,
do like me with
Trevor.
Trevor,
Yeah.
Nicola. It's Trevor, Nicola, and Rafi.
And Raph. All right.
And
So it seems like the people you're doing it with are important as well, hey?
Yeah.
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 So you got speed skating, you got golf. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's more. Are you doing more sports?
Curling?
I do curling too. We got I do curling and basketball,
Wow.
and I do swim. I used to. Now, no, I can't be of the.
The hearing aids.
The hearing aid,
Yeah.
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 Well, he's
Swimming
got ear
is tricky.
infections all the time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
With the swimming,
Swimming
yeah.
is a hassle that way.
How about Club Fit?
Because you
Do
always
Club
needed-
Fit.
Is that like weightlifting?
Oh, no, it's a cardio class.
Be a cardio in a really fit. It call it a higher fit.
It's a higher level
Higher
of fitness.
cardio.
Yeah.
Higher cardio, higher.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I just feel so lazy listening to you. You're so athletic. I don't do any of that. I'm just starting to learn to swim, but you are phenomenal. That's really great, though. Good for you.
Can you remind me, is your speed skating by yourself or is it relay?
He does the 777 and the 500.
You race
and-
against people.
Yeah. But it's not a relay race.
No.
Well, they do relays
That's
at
what I thought.
usually a speed skating meet after the other races are done.
Mm,
But it's an individual race per person for their best times.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Speed skating.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Eric, what's it like to win those medals and see all that hard work pay off for you?
Can I pay off?
Yeah, when you win a medal, because I
How
know
do
you
you
work
feel?
hard at it.
I feel happy.
I bet. I bet.
Big smiles.
And proud.
Like happy and excitement.
And excited.
Excitement, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally. So I have a tricky question for you here. What is better in Special O? Is it the sports part or is it the party afterward? Because we have seen some wild pictures.
Yeah, you're right. Be a gay fur,
Mm-hmm.
and I just give you a party after.
You go partying. Yeah.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of you and the guys in
Yeah.
some pretty good looking parties with
Yeah.
some good lighting, some good music.
Some glow sticks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Party hard.
and party party this year, like in Kamloops,
Mhm.
and this party is a theme. It call it like a party theme. Wow,
Oh, that
Oh,
was,
was
a,
it
yeah, there was
neon?
a theme.
The
A
neon was a
theme.
theme, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was neon?
neon.
Oh, jeepers.
But
Wow.
there
That's
was
why there was the glow sticks, eh?
kind of a 70s
Neon.
theme.
Yeah.
70s,
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
theme.
Everybody
I know,
was
I was-
glowing in the dark.
Super jealous.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that.
it's kind of fun party. I want to be at this party.
Yeah.
Oh,
Work hard, play hard, right, Eric?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
totally. Hey, Eric, what's your favorite thing to do with the guys, with all your friends?
Oh, with my friend,
Yeah.
with all of them, I like to like party some stuff.
Party.
He organizes his birthday party every year.
Yeah,
You do.
Yeah.
that's right.
Gets
Give a-
everyone together.
Always involved with a hockey game,
Mhm.
hockey theme,
Yeah.
Canucks.
I do both. I do like theme for Canada or theme for Canada or theme in Waikiki theme
Mm-hmm.
Or St. Patrick's Day.
Mhm.
or St. Patty Day.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you like party planning? 'Cause you talked a lot about your family reunion planning too.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Especially when you get to go to Costco.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Costco's the best. Yeah, we talk a lot about Costco
we
together.
hear a lot about what's going on.
Yeah.
All your social plans, we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure do.
Got to watch what we say, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Diane, you know all the deals at Costco. This is what
Yes,
we hear.
that's what we
Is
were
you know
told,
what
yeah.
is good and where to get it at.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's true.
Mhm.
It's true, eh, Eric?
Mhm.
Didn't buy it this time because it wasn't on sale.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. Hey, Eric, let's talk about your work a little bit because
Sure.
we've talked about it with your mom and dad too. But what do you like about working at Thrifty Foods?
Oh, I work there on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yep. Tuesday, Thursday. Isn't it
Yep.
like 12:30 to 2:30?
Yeah, that's right. Be
Yeah.
fall duty and two duty that
Yep.
only work only like later afternoon.
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
early afternoon stuff.
Yeah.
Then you got to go.
That's right.
But what do you like to do when you're at work? What's the best part?
Pet part is my pet part Jordan and cook and tell.
Sorting and stocking
Sorting
the
and
shelves.
stuff, yeah.
Stocking. Yep. So you're kind of all over the store.
Yeah,
Or are you in charge of one aisle?
I do IO, I do Jordan.
Yep.
And I do IO, I do like botte.
And the
stuff.
boxes.
He
Okay.
knows the store really well.
I bet.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah.
They call it facing, so you
Facing.
face all the labels the right way, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Make sure
if you-
everything's like right at the
Yeah.
front, looking
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
And
you're very
sometimes if you-
detail oriented, right? You like to focus on the small details. You're like that at your DSRF job too. You really focus on the details, which is great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
People come in looking for things. He knows where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And are you still volunteering at the senior center too? Or is that done now?
Yeah.
He has a paid job vacuuming for a couple hours at a senior's residence.
Senior living, senior living on Saturday. I was there on Saturday, and I do like a petting floor. And
Yep.
after that, I serving coffee after.
Vacuuming and then serving coffee Saturdays.
Yeah,
And do you get to chit chat with people when you're doing the coffee?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they enjoy that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you find working at the senior center? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
No?
I do be people I live there and need more help.
Yeah. Absolutely. They do
yeah,
need more help.
Yeah, yeah.
And often I think people who live there might be a bit lonely and they actually want to chit chat with people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
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 He gets Christmas cards and gift cards and at Christmas and
Yeah.
Easter. Yeah.
Yeah. People are thinking
part
of
of
you.
part of their
Surprised.
Like with me, eat with me. Like I do eat.
yeah.
Somebody told me he was recently, they took a picture of him and put him up as the employee of the, what was it again, Eric?
Employee of the month?
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Employee
right.
of the month?
They put a picture of him on the bulletin board and
That's
Kind of awesome.
That is very
Yeah.
awesome.
the star employee or something.
Yeah.
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 You're a hard worker. That doesn't surprise me. Eric, do you have any advice for other people with Down syndrome that are looking for a job?
Yes, some people.
Okay. What advice would you give them?
If I give to them, I give them need more help or I find a job.
Ask
So
for help.
ask for
Ask
help.
for help. Yeah.
Able help
Yeah.
and I be like I don't talk. We need to do like only like a picture,
Yeah.
like picture on iPad.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
pictures on an iPad so
Yeah,
you know what
that.
your job
Yeah.
parts are.
Yeah, that.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. That kind of helps you feel comfortable,
Yeah.
get organized.
That's the kind of a system you use at DSRF too, right? Like
Yeah.
all of your jobs kind of have pictures with it too.
Like picture on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good piece of advice. I like it.
What would you tell a younger person who is afraid of starting in sports, like in Special O?
Okay.
Do you have any ideas on how to get started in sports?
Need more picture.
Be more patient?
Practice.
Practice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, patient first, and after that you need more game picture.
More
after.
game practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably both of those things. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Great.
Don't be scared to try.
That's right.
Great.
Well, Eric, it's been a pleasure to have you and your parents here visiting us today on the Lowdown.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out and sharing about your life and your family and your jobs
Okay.
and your partying.
Do you have any last thing you want to say, Eric, to close us out?
What that mean?
Well, you can say anything you want. You can be
Oh.
like, peace out, people, whatever you want to say.
My
Go
last thing, my last thing about everybody is saying, like, oh no, like I'm here to learn. Come here to learn, or I come here to learn, or come here to I learned to read.
Yep.
Come here to learn to read.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Don and Diane. We appreciate your time.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for sharing
and,
your story.
and we have to say the DSRF has really helped Eric want to learn to read.
That's awesome.
Like school was fine, but he was never really interested in that
Yeah.
stuff. And he just, he saw that it was something he wanted to do
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
He enjoys it here.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that you want to work on learning new things, even at your old age of 33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric and I bug each other about our ages all the time. But yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Always.
thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
Thanks
Thanks,
so
Eric.
much. Thanks
You're
for having
welcome.
us.
All right.
It was fun, eh, Eric?
Welcome.
Yeah, fun.